I am so sorry. Here's my apology. This was meant to be a 5-minute quickie, just talking about what's your personal gift, passion, and all that stuff. And it just went on and on. But on and on in, I believe, a really good way. Something that's going to be so useful to you if you choose to do it. And I think you will. Because you'll know as you listen, it's going to have something of so beneficial to you. So, and that wasn't really good English, please you may need a paper and pen. You may need to listen to this more than once. But you will find something inside you that maybe you weren't aware of that's absolutely gorgeous. Have a listen.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Cloughie. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hi guys, how you doing today? Paul here, and I hear so much in this genre of personal development, and even people on the periphery of it, either saying, you got to follow your passion. I'll show you the secret of finding your passion. This is the only thing to do. In fact, your job, your career has to be dedicated to your passion, which in some ways absolutely floors some people, because there are so many people, a bit like me, that can't always pin down what their passion is. They just don't know what it is. There are so many people also saying, it's so ridiculous, and it's happy people who just want to follow their passion. And yet then they talk about passion. They knock it, but that's an easy thing to do, just to try to put themselves up in front. Because if you knock something which is popular or important to people, you get listeners, and some people, and this is what I've been thinking of, and I want you to dive in with me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and if I'm right, I'm right, and I'm not going to be either right or wrong, I guess, because it's just me thinking, and I want to get you to think as well. Some people think that the passion has to be only one thing. This is this one thing that you enjoy so much that you're going to devote the rest of your life to, and it's also got to be your career. Let's just explore it without any investment. And what I mean by that is, I'm not trying to prove or disprove anything at all about your passion, my passion, what it's about, should we, shouldn't we. I just want to be curious on if we start just thinking in different ways, being open, not biased, we might just find what our passion is, and if there's such a thing. I think there is. Well, to me, in my belief, I know there is, because I was thinking about this the other day, and this is what I guess. I think what happened was I was writing the notes for this podcast and disappeared for a little while, walking the dog and things like that. And somehow, unrelated, I thought, it was only just now that I started to think this connection, that I came with the idea of what my passion is. And the mere fact that actually not knowing it, I've actually been following it for the last over 20 years, I guess. But I just didn't know it. Well, I did and I didn't. Anyway, I'll explain that in more detail and share it with you shortly. But the thing is, let's just explore what do you do? That's a silly question, Paul, isn't it? No. What do you do that you really enjoy? What do you do that you really enjoy? Or, put it another way, what do you do that comes so easy that you don't realize you enjoy it that much? Because you enjoy it that much, because it comes so easy, it becomes so natural to you. It may not be a thing that you were naturally, say this thing about being gifted and driven and things like that, the David Coggins quote, but you've had to learn, you've had to practice, you've had to spend time on, and it's now become easier, and there's still more to learn, but you just enjoy doing it. I know one of the things that some people will say is what you would do even if you didn't get paid for it. You see, I know I'm going to ask you to write those down in a minute. So we'll repeat that in a minute, but give you an idea. I know I would do hypnotherapy or NLP or timeline therapy, hypnosis, anything else I know. I'd do it for free. If I wasn't getting paid for it, I would do it for free. In fact, I do it for free. That's against some of my principles about people investing in themselves. But if the time is right and the place is right, I'd do it there and then. And in fact, I would. If there was no way of getting paid for it, I would still do it. Because I just love it so much. I can't believe after all this time, I am still reading about hypnosis and the different techniques, and I'm finding that they can all hone down into very, a core. But I'm still reading to learn more. And that learning has gone into different contexts now, such as writing, using the NLP and hypnotic way of communicating with people and writing better. Now, some of you would doubt that if you saw the things I'm writing, but that's what I'm still interested in, and I'd do it for nothing. But the content that I write is done with a great intention. I'm going to go what that intention is in a minute. So what I'd like you to do is get your own Jenny journal out, open it up so it's as big as possible, and just write down, random. What are the things you just enjoyed doing? The behaviors you enjoyed doing? What are the things that just come so easily to you? And don't be embarrassed about it. Don't be shy, because no one's going to read this. I mean, what are the things that other people say, oh, you make it look so easy. You just seem to enjoy doing it, and you make it look so easy. What would you do for nothing if there was no payment for it? You would just be happy to do it. And write them all down. Just let your mind go. You don't even stop to think about each one, because we're going to do that shortly, obviously. But I just want you to let your pen write. So just give yourself the intention. I just want to explore the things I do well, the things I enjoy, and notice what happens. Get your unconscious mind to say, let's bubble these up. Even some of the things I wasn't aware of, but I can be aware of them now. What are they? The things that I enjoy. The things I do that just come easy to me. They come easy to me now. Maybe they've been coming easy to you forever. It can even be, I was talking to a lady on a coaching call I was doing. And what she didn't realize was one of the things that she did easily. And it was, she said, I used to live in LA. And I used to get the bus home from work. And she said, every time I got on that bus, someone would come and sit beside me. And she said the bus could be virtually empty. And there was all these different places they could sit. But they come and sat beside me and just began to talk, tell me their story, share with me some of their maybe issues. And it wasn't, she said, just offloading. They just wanted to share with me. And I, by listening, was able to I seemed to help them. And they would go away and say thank you. And it just seemed to happen day upon day upon day. And it wasn't the same person. It was just different people. Now you imagine, LA has a fair few people in, doesn't it? And she was attracting people. But one of those, that skill that she didn't realize was a skill because it came so naturally to her, was to listen. To be a good listener. She didn't take it on personally. She didn't take on any issues or their problems. So it wasn't that total empathy where you take on what that person's feeling. But she was compassionate. And she listened with compassion. And somehow she connected. Now that's a skill. And she didn't realize that was part of her passion, which we're going to explore even more. And what I'm trying to say here is, she didn't realize that was a skill. It was something she did so naturally. But it just, in her way, she was helping people, serving people. But she didn't realize she was serving people because she just did it. Now then, what are the type of things? Let's just go one more time. Give yourself permission. Now you might have to stop this podcast or go right through and then come back to it. to do this exercise, because we call it an exercise, but it's just something that you're going to learn so much from. Guarantee it. The old Cloughie guarantee comes whapping back. Just write down, what do I enjoy? Just ask yourself, what do I enjoy? And let that pen write. What are the things come naturally to me? The things I've maybe worked for, but they just seem to happen. What are the things that just keep reoccurring in my life that seem to make a difference? And just go for it. What would I do, even if there was no repayment? And when you've done that, give yourself a little shake off. Maybe just go for a walk. Maybe just, it's like, I want you in a different state now. Because that was a state of just exploring your inner thoughts, your innocence, in a sense. I love that way of wording. And now, when you come back, let's just have a look at what you said, what you wrote. I wonder, what are the connections? Because I think you'll find there'll be one or two or more connections. Connecting of a similar field or a similar theme. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. There's a theme there. There's something that is so similar. Maybe when you look at it, the similarity could be on the emotion that you get, what it gives you. So, what are you getting out of this on an emotional level, a learning level and an emotional level? And you don't have to label the emotion if you don't want to. Just notice that feeling is similar and it's a positive feeling. What do you get out from this? What do you get out from those set of behaviors and those feelings? And notice that if you wanted to, you could rewrite them on another page, but and not completely compartmentalize them, but put them into the similar themes, because even those themes I think will in some ways connect, because they'll connect either with the type of behaviors, the feelings, the thoughts that you have, the outcomes that you have, and the outcomes that you dream of or you get. And then I want you to notice, and this is the thing that I don't think we always think of, what do others get from this? And be honest. Don't hide your light under a bushel, and I don't know where I went from that, but just be open to knowing, what do you think others get from this? From those different skills, those behaviors you're using. If you wanted to, you could ask, but I think you know. You see, I was thinking, and this is where I started, was when I went for my little walk. I was thinking, I wonder what my passion is, because I've been thinking about, follow your passion, follow your passion. How do you do that? But I saw it as a different thing. I saw it as like an umbrella. And the umbrella at the top had helping people, serving people, helping them to let go of their problems and create a wonderful life. So that's like my ultimate vision, my ultimate passion. But underneath that umbrella, there was lots of different strands hanging down. So some would be via hypnosis. Some would be the pure, like hypnotherapy. Some would be just the way I talk to people. But starting from my early days, I used to do it at work in my career, which had nothing to do with helping people. And then it changed as I began to learn this. And I started to help people in more ways during my career, but also then, and that's a career in a building industry, but helping people in different ways. So many different ways, on a personal level and on a business level. And then there was helping people through hypnotherapy. And then there was helping people in trainings, training people to understand, use hypnosis, NLP, timeline therapy, to become wonderful therapists, again, to help serve people. And in fact, that then created helping people do trainings in other countries. Then it's gone on to doing different type of weekends with my younger son, in helping people to move forward rapidly, letting go of the things that are holding them back and moving forward towards their goals, taking away the things that were in their way, their negative beliefs and emotions, right through to coaching people online now. All these different strands, and they've all developed, and it's in a way that one hasn't disappeared for another one to take its place. they're all there. They're still they just come and go in different places. It's as if there's a harmony, as it were. So when I'm doing more of one, I do less of another. When I do more of the other, I do less of this. But when you get right down to it, I get the same feeling. I get the same feeling coaching somebody to I do training somebody and see them excel in learning things, to working somebody with chronic depression or anxiety or fears. So my passion is made up of many missions. My vision is made up of many missions, many different behaviors. But they're all similar. They're all connected. So that put me at peace with that. Because I also know there's going to be other things that are the whole word are going to be part of this umbrella. And the umbrella is just going to get bigger and bigger. So here's what I want you to do. It's what I did. I just went, how can I use this understanding now? And that was when that peace came with me. I thought, well, it's not a matter of chasing that passion, because it's already there. It's just understanding it and then noticing the ways that either will evolve or you can determine. Because you might decide, I want to do more of this. Now I know. Now I've seen it and understood it to be this is my passion, my leaning. This is the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning. I'd do for nothing. Just by getting it inside and on the outside and everywhere, you can then start to ask great questions. How can I use this understanding? How can I use these behaviors? How can I continue these skills? And it doesn't have to be. For me, it changed my career. It doesn't have to be, though. This can be. Call it a side gig of life. You can be, what I'm trying to say is bringing up children, having friends, all the different skills that you have just by being there and showing your true self, singing from your true voice. Sometimes you have to find it. And sometimes it's hiding in plain sight. And I believe this type, call it of exercise, will show you a way. And my little meta note I've just noticed on my notes for this podcast was, we're special. You're special. We just have to find out what that is. So, what is your personal gift? Your personal gift of passion. So, there's another so. We're going to change that word from so to something else. But, just to recap, what have we done? We've looked at the things that we do easily, effortlessly, that give us enjoyment. We've looked at the type of emotions that gives us. We've looked at the behaviors, the feelings, the skills, the capabilities that we have. And what do others get from those behaviors, skills, emotions, beliefs that we have? And we've asked that wonderful question. How can I use this understanding, this knowledge, this thing to make even more, maybe? I'd love to know if this resonates with you. You may think it's BS, and that's cool. That's cool. I don't. But if you go from one end of that spectrum to the other, I'd love to have your feedback. You know where to go. It is email me at feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. Any takeaways, any thoughts you have, I'd love to know your passions so we can share them. Because when you share a passion, other people go, oh, I could do that. Or I can do that, but slightly different. And we'll spark other people's understanding of their passions and make the world a wonderful place. So as I always say, you'll never know how far those ripples of change will be and go. They go so far. They'll affect so many people that you'll never know. But what a wonderful feeling. I'll say that again a bit more clearer. What a wonderful feeling to have. There you go. Enjoy, have more fun than you can stand, and then double it. And then guess what? Double it again. Bye-bye. We all need time to de-stress, don't we? We all need that space. Everyone needs space. Our own place of personal retreat. And going to retreats are great. But if you can't, why not have one in your mind? If you don't go to that special place, that stress just builds and builds and builds. But if you have a place in your mind where you can go and de-stress, work out problems, think of all the wonderful things that you'll be able to do, the wonderful feelings. So that's why I've created this program of 4 hypnosis tracks to build and be and have your own inner retreat. You can have whatever you like in that inner retreat. There can be rooms, there can be libraries, healing rooms, different lighting, maybe a fire in the corner, a special chair, maybe incense, anything that you choose. Some people have a computer that stores all the memories you've ever had, that library of everything you've ever read or everything you ever need to know. Maybe a healing room, a room where you can just go to and have your own inner healing or own inner relaxation. So what have I done? I've created these 4 tracks. 1 to build, 1 to extend it whenever you need to extend it, and then to be able to go there for a particular period of time or even a longer period of time. So you've got 2 tracks of just going and being in that special place where you can, take a problem with you, maybe muse it over in that special place, or you can leave it there, leave it to incubate in your unconscious mind. So when you come back, well, you can just have the answers come, or they might just come consciously. It's all there for you. All you have to do is go to paulcloughonline.com/retreat, have a look, give you a nice little video there, just see if it's for you. I think it's a lovely little program. There's nothing to lose because there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's a lovely program, and I think it was one I wanted to do for myself because I just thought it's such a wonderful thing to do. I love retreats, but hey, this is your own personal one. Have a look. Enjoy.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.